Hello everyone, I am OBG. Today we are going to be looking at a brand new auto battler called Storybook Brawl. This is done by some extremely creative people from the Magic the Gathering community who have a lot of experience in designing and playing card games, and they have done a great job with this. And I wanted to make this getting started video so that people who are not familiar with auto battlers or need a refresher course on how they work and specifically how Storybook Brawl works can jump into it. So a auto battler is a game in which you fight a variety of opponents. You'll see them over here on the left hand side. These are your opponents, and you have a health total. You can see minus 23, and you fight person, get gold, purchase units, fight a person, get gold, purchase units. That's the entire process of it. It's called an auto battler because the units fight themselves. They fight for themselves. You're not controlling them. All you're doing is building the character composition and then sending them off to fight. So when you do that, it looks something like this. And as you can see, they will attack themselves. They'll do their thing. They all have abilities, which we'll go over eventually. They have a lot of different creativity things to it, etc. And different tribes, different keywords, a whole bunch of different things of that nature. And as such, the entire goal of the game is to be the last man standing by beating people as you go forward. And you can see the various interaction. I'm not doing anything at all to make this happen. Once you click start, this is the way it goes. And we're going to have a variety of information about getting started in the game, how the game works, what you can do, etc. Moving forward. So when you join a game, you're going to have when you open up the client, you're going to have this window here. So the options are play, obviously. You can see your collection in here, heroes, characters, treasures. This does not show your level 7 treasures, only up to level 6. Spells, there are no level 7 spells, there are no level 7 characters. 6 is the max for those. There is a spell that gives you a new row of heroes at +1 level that does not give you level 7 heroes. I hope one day they add it, but they haven't added it yet. This is a list of all the heroes in the store where you purchase various things. You can purchase, there's an early access bundle that gives you enough stuff for 3 heroes. You can also purchase 100 gems for 750, which will heroes cost 100 gems each, so you can buy a hero. Obviously it's more efficient to buy higher numbers, but that's fine. And then when you come in, you can play. Practice is bots only. Great. Brawl is other players. Practice will not give you any gems, and it will not, any dust, and will not give you any rating points. All it will give you is your practice, get you familiar with the game. There's also no time limit on buying and reading the units, so if you want to read all the units and take your time, practicing with bots is a great way to get started. No pressure. And if you want to play with real people, you can play Brawl. That will get you in. You'll pick a hero, and you'll be in a queue for about a minute, give or take. Sometimes 30 seconds, sometimes 75 seconds, and you'll be in a queue in a game with 8 other real players. There is no chat or communication other than emotes, but you're still playing with real people, and you can always hop on the Discord, which is the link right here, and talk shit to them there if you feel like it. So that is how you join a game and get started. So let's talk about game mechanics and interaction of the front and back row with keywords. So first of all, game mechanics. When your turn begins, coin flip, when the brawl begins, coin flip will happen. One player will go first, one player will go second. It's random. There is no benefit to go in any perk from going second. It's purely random, and it sucks. The characters, whoever goes first, their leftmost character will attack a random person in the front row. This will continue alternating turns until all the characters in the front row are dead. or the brawl ends. Once all the characters in the front row are dead, then or have attacked, it will then proceed to the back row. The characters attacking will always attack the opponent's front row until they're all dead. Then it will attack the back row. Whoever they attack is random. Your characters will go left to right, and then left to right on the bottom row. So it's just going to go across the screen, keep attacking. Something worth noting is, like, say for instance you have a black cat. When he dies, he summons another cat. That replacement cat will be the next one to attack, because he has not attacked yet, and he is the leftmost character who has not attacked yet. Same thing with like Princess Peep here. If she summons 3 sheep and they summon in these 3 spots here on the front row, then it will go back over and attack with them. It's the leftmost character who has not attacked yet, or once everybody's attacked, the leftmost character who has not attacked twice. In addition to that, there are various keywords. Here is one right here on the Bearded Vulture. When one of your animals dies, I gain +3 ball. You can see on the bottom of his card, it says he is an evil animal. These are often referred to as tribes or keywords, however you want to call them. And they often are the mechanisms that work together to synergize your unit composition to give you the best chance of winning. This one down here, the Shadow Assassin, when one of your character triggers a Slay ability. And you'll notice over here, characters in front of me have Slay +1/+1. So that triggers the Shadow Assassins. In addition, Support means characters in front of me get a bonus, as it says in the tooltip there. So it'll give a bonus to just these 2. There's a treasure that gives it to everybody, but don't worry about that when you're starting out. You'll find it eventually. This is another character with a Slay on her card. The Adventurer, Good Princess, and we'll talk more about XP in another segment. So that is game mechanics and tribes, keyword interaction, etc. That is what you need to know to make the decisions when you're building your character composition. You're looking for synergies. You're looking for things that work together. In this case, you'll see I have a prince, a princess, an animal for some reason that this is to keep the front row alive and to let them keep slaying with the Mermaid Slay so they can power up the Shadow Assassin as I go into future things. You'll notice that the Shadow Assassin says that he gains +1/+1 permanently. That will carry over from fight to fight. If they have a temporary +1, which I don't have anybody that gives temporary +1s out here, temporary +1s, like this one, the Bearded Vulture, gains +3/+3 this brawl. So that will not carry over till the next fight. So that's the game mechanics. That's the gist of the fight, the gist of how auto battles work, etc. So let's talk a little bit about upgrading and treasures. So as you can see, the Court Wizard here has little upgrade looking arrow with a little arrow going up. That means if you purchase him, he will upgrade your hero or your unit and will give you a treasure. The treasure levels range from level 2 for the most basic of treasures to level 7, which is 1 level higher than the highest level unit, which is level 6. You can only get level 7 treasures with specific combinations. There are treasures that give you +1 level to your next treasure, and there's a character who gives you +1 level to all of your treasures. So that's the only way to get level 7 treasures, and they are very powerful. And they are also hidden in the game. You can't see them until you actually get them for the first time. So when you buy the Court Wizard, wherever you place him is where he will end up. So if I take him and put him down here in my storage row, then the new upgraded character will be in the storage row. If I put it over the guy that's already here in my combat row, then it will show up in that location on the combat row. This is very helpful if you're doing things at the very end when there's a timer and you have to do something quickly and you don't want your character to be stuck down here in the row. So if you pop him right here, he gets upgraded, he gets a few extra stat points, and you get a choice of treasures. Now, I can click the hide button here, and that'll let me look at what treasures I currently have. Alright? I can only have 3 treasures at once, so if I take one of these, then I end up with 4 treasures. I have to get rid of 1. So I'm going to take the forking rod here, and now I have to pick one of these 3 to get rid of. I'm going to get rid of the monkey's paw. So I just click on that, hit confirm, and it replaces it. I also had the option to skip the treasure and get +2 gold to continue spending this round. Now I can keep going, get more treasures. In addition to the upgrade mechanic of purchasing 3 characters of the same name and upgrading to a higher level character of that same name, you also have quests. And you'll see them right here in this corner. It says quest, complete my quest to get a treasure. It'll say in the character name what the quest is. This particular character has ideal 100 damage. So this is Hercules. And when he finishes his quest, you'll get a treasure of his level. So most of the quests are related to the royalty, they call them, the prince and princesses. Lancelot over here has a quest, have at least 25 attack. I've already finished that quest. There's another one that there's a princess that has slay 3 creatures, etc. So there's quite a few quests along the way that you can get, as well as getting extra creatures, multiple creatures to triple up and upgrade. In addition to that, there are heroes that require only 2 of a specific character to upgrade, and there are creatures that require only 2 to upgrade. That's one of their special abilities. They'll say it in their in the little box if you look at them. So that is treasures and upgrading. So let's talk about your level and winning and losing fights and your hit points. So your level, you start at level 2. You gain 1 XP for every fight. Win or lose, doesn't matter. Every fight is 1 XP. Every time you gain 3 total XP, you can see the dark green or light green bar here, showing you how far you are. Every time you gain 3 XP, you go up a level. So 3 XP to level 3, 3 XP to level 4, 3 XP to level 5, etc. If you win or lose a fight, then you will, if you win, nothing bad happens to you. If you lose the fight, then you lose hit points. Number of hit points that you have, you start with 40 normally, unless there's certain characters that start with 50. And if you lose the fight, you lose hit points equal to your opponent's level, plus 1 per character they have left remaining, and then plus 2 more for each upgraded character they have remaining. So a regular character is 1 hit point of damage, and an upgraded character is 3. So so you can get really huge 20, 22 point damages later in the game if you get a quick board wipe and really take somebody out. So your hit points will go down very slowly at first, and picking up speed as you get into the later game and get into the end, where most people are sitting on 10 and 12 hit points, and 1 loss is the end for them, because your opponents are level 6, so that's automatically 6 plus at least. So let's talk about ranks in the game. Right now the game is fairly new, the queues are quick, and as more players join the game and as it becomes more popular, ranks will mean a lot more. You'll be ranked, you'll be queued up against people of a similar rank, etc. You gain ranking points by winning or doing well in your matches, in your brawls. You will have 8 players in your matches. The more players you finish ahead of, the more points you will get based on the rating of the people that you beat. First place is always at least 100 points. Last place is no more than 0 points. The rankings are you start at your basic level. At 500 rating points, you go to Squire. At 1,000 rating points, you go to Knight. When you hit Knight, any finish below 4th place will make you lose ranking points. Any finish above 4th place will make you gain rating points. At 2,000, you hit Royal, which is where I am at. Any finish above 3rd and above will get you rating points. Any finish below third will lose your rating points. And above that, at 3,000 points, or 3,000 rating points, is legend. And if you don't finish in the top 2, you will lose rating points. And third and below, you'll lose, and first and second you will gain, based on the quality of the players that you beat and what their ratings were, and the players who beat you and what their ratings were. Super secret magic sauce that tells you what that is. And the little crown over here on the right is the number of wins you have had in competitive PvP play. So that is how winning, losing, and rating points work. So let's talk about heroes and hero selection. So as you can see here, when you start a game, there are 4 heroes to pick from. The 2 on the left are always available, not always available. The 2 slots on the left will always be available. These are the free-to-play heroes. There's a list, there's a whole 20 or so of them, and 2 of them will randomly appear in this area. This will only ever be free-to-play heroes. There will only ever be 2 of them, and there will only ever be in these first 2 slots. You can't change it, you can't influence, it's just random. The second 2 slots are purchasable heroes. So if you want to play with Celestial Tiger, for instance, double the abilities of your level 2 and 3 treasures, or Zahula, your level 5 and 6 characters cost 2 less, you have to purchase that character. You purchase that with either gems up here or with dust. You earn dust by playing. You earn 20 to 100 of it per game. You also earn 200 extra for your first top 4 of the day. And then all you have to do when you see a hero that you want appear over here, you click on it, and you either pay the 4,000 fairy dust for it or the 100 gems. It's immediately available, and you can play with it this round. You don't know when that hero you purchase is going to show up again. So quite often, I mean, there are another 20 or 30 paid heroes. So if you were to purchase Celestial Tiger, for instance, you don't know when that's going to come back around. It may be 10 games before you get to see it again. But there will always be the 2 free heroes that you can pick from. They're fine. Pup the Magic Dragon is a very strong hero. Merlin is a free character, or hero that's also available to play. He's very good. Horde Dragon is very good. He's also a free character. So you don't have to buy heroes to compete in the game. You can win games and you can climb ranks with playing free-to-play heroes. I only have a couple of regular heroes, and I've climbed all the way to Royal, which is the second highest ranking. Legend is at 3,000 points. So that's heroes. That's how you buy them. This is the only way to purchase a hero, is wait for them to show up here and click on it and buy it. You cannot buy it from the collection tab. They said they have planned to add that, but right now the only way to buy it is right here. And I'm okay with that, honestly, because if I went to the collection tab and bought a hero and then didn't see that hero for 10 games and never got to play with it, I'd feel like I wasted my money. So at least here, I know if I buy this hero right now, I can play with it right now. So that is heroes. That is purchasing heroes.